Okay, hello to everyone and anyone watching this. This is City Skylines. And this is a town I've been working on for the last couple of days, called Westdale. Before I start explaining what I've been doing, I just want to explain what this game, City Skylines, is about, just in case anybody happens to have clicked on this video and they find what they're looking at vaguely interesting, but they don't really know anything about city building games. Well, what this game is basically I am in charge of running this town. I'm reducing the speed there. I'm in charge of running this city, and as such I'm responsible for the welfare, if you like, of all these little citizens here. So I am responsible for the electricity, the water supply, and all the services that go into any kind of a city. And the way that's done is pretty straightforward, really. All you do is with the tools you've got here, you draw a road, like this road. And once you've drawn a road, you have the choice of putting either houses, the green is houses, or you can put blue, the blue is shops, or you can put yellow, and the yellow is factories. Once you do that, you've got to make sure that all your citizens have got a supply of water. That's actually a supply of electricity, a supply of water, and then you're responsible also for making sure that everybody, that all the citizens have all the services that you'd expect in a city: education, health, and safety. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, there is quite a lot to do in the game, but the general gist of the thing is that you try and keep everybody happy, and if you do that, you create a demand for more people and more people to come in to your city, and then you just simply branch out into other areas and you carry on building. You can see I've started building over here, I've built over here, over here. The more you build, the more trouble you run into, and you can see City Skylines is a very big game. You end up with an awful lot of space to build on, and as your population grows, of course, so does the challenge to try and keep everybody happy. One of the biggest challenges in this game is traffic. If you start having big problems with the traffic, that will lead to all kinds of other problems. As you can imagine, if the traffic is very heavy, then the ambulances can't get to where they want to go. Neither can the police. You can see that's actually happening here. A lot of these trucks they're waste garbage trucks, and so they're not really getting to where they're supposed to be getting to, and that's going to lead to problems. But just for anybody who has, I don't know, come across this video or other videos got to do with the building, that's really all it is. I mean, it's when you get into it, it's complicated. You can do a lot of things, and you can upgrade your education and your services, but the general idea is to stop going bankrupt and to deal with problems when they arrive. And that's about it. Right. So as my city starts to grow, I'm now up to over 30,000 inhabitants, and I'm starting to have all kinds of traffic problems, just quite kind of normal for this game. At the beginning, I had all my traffic just coming in here in a big road here, but the traffic was blocked up all the way back here, so in order to solve that, I deleted the road, and I now make everybody drive all the way around here, with the hope that by coming here they can fan out into all these little roads here, and they can go into the town many different routes instead of the one route, and that's just about working, but I am starting to have problems. I'm going to do a bit of a sweep. I haven't done this for a while. I'd like to start on the traffic. There we go. Well, all the red areas are where the problems lie. Not surprising really that everything here is starting to get clogged up. This is the first town that I think is the first time, because I've only been playing this game for a few weeks really, and this is the biggest town I've got. This is kind of the most people I think I've really ever got to. In my last couple of attempts I ran into all kinds of problems and I kind of bailed out, started a new one. But this one seems to be doing okay, so that, well, it's not doing okay in terms of traffic. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to improve the traffic here. Electricity is fine. Water availability is not too good. So I shall add in some more water pumping stations. Let's see if I put that there, and then I need to connect it. That doesn't that doesn't work. That should work. Yeah. And it's got electricity, so now that's working. Not too bad. Here landfill is very good. The reason the landfill is good is because I've been trying to get rid of all of these are where all the rubbish, this is where all the rubbish goes, and it creates a lot of pollution. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to relocate all of these to here, so that at least they're out of the they're not as near the inhabitants as they are at the moment. So everything here is emptying over to these ones. This is these are all filling up slowly, and when these have all emptied, like this one and this one, I'm going to, well, I can either move them like this, although I'm running out of space over here as well, or I can delete them. It's kind of a shame, because this is actually like a beach area. It's been completely messed up, but that's what I'm doing to solve that problem. Education. The elementary education is, it's just about at capacity, so I can do with another school, which I'm going to put here. The high school, that's not too bad. It's got about 1,000 places to spare, and the university is fine as well. But I'm going to put a university in this area because it seems to need that. So that's okay. Health. Well, the health seems to be okay in general. This is health. I could put a clinic somewhere here, I guess. But that seems to be okay. And the cemeteries, I've got plenty of those. And I've got plenty of those. Everything's looking okay there. Crime is okay. Public transport. I've got one section of buses running along the main road here. I've kind of got 2 lines. That's all I've got, and it's not working very well at the moment, because I can tell that most of the bus stops, they're not too bad at night, but during the day this is very, well, even at night these bus stops are very busy. So I find the bus stops a bit the bus as transport a bit complicated. So I'm gonna leave that for the time being. What I'm being told here is that there's a big demand for offices or factories. I'm not gonna do any more factories. I'm gonna carry on, if I can, with some more offices. Perhaps over here. Problem I've got now is that I've got 3 or 4 areas, and they're all kind of far away from each other, so it's sometimes you forget about an area and you concentrate on another area. You kind of forget what's going on in this place. I haven't checked up on this place for ages. This is just a suburb. But I seem to be doing okay. Money-wise, I'm okay, which is good, because I had to turn off an awful lot of buildings earlier because I was losing a fortune and I was going broke. But I think now I can turn these buildings on again. I know I've got the Statue of Liberty over here, which is turned off. I can turn that on again. The city seems to be doing okay. Is that switched on? Yeah. In that when I go up here, I don't see lots and lots of these little symbols. Well, seems to be some problems over here. What? Not enough goods to sell. Not enough goods to sell. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I'd have to look that up. They don't have enough goods to sell. I guess maybe that means I should put some factories in somewhere. I guess the factories will make the goods. Now if I'm going to put factories in, I'd like to put them kind of really far away, let's say over here somewhere. Just create this zone here because the factories create an awful lot of pollution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install some factories here. And that's going to need electricity. I'm just going to add something here. Let's add this oil plant in the middle. They're also going to need a little bit more water than I've got here. And hopefully that's going to take care of that, the brown bar there. It's also saying that there's a big demand for commercial. Now, where can I put commercial? I'm starting to get a bit confused with the size of this place. Let's say I put some commercial in here. I just have to find a way of connecting this road there and there. There. And there. I've lost quite a few buildings in the process doing that. And then I'm going to put in some high density commercial buildings. Like that. How's the traffic down here? Always had a problem here. I got a big bridge going all the way across to the other area over there, but I think this road needs to be upgraded to something a little bigger. Let's try that. Upgrade. That might help a little bit. But unfortunately that happens when you start getting increases in everything. Traffic becomes a huge problem. Well, so that sorted out the demand. The traffic seems kind of right to me. I have noticed that when I watch people playing this game, especially at the beginning, last year, when people were zoning in some of the factories, there seemed to be a disproportionate amount of lorries and things compared to the factories and compared to the population. And that was something I found a bit odd, even in this game at the beginning. I had a small area which was just dealing in forestry. I only had about 4 factories and about 1,000 people. But it seemed like I had about 5,000 trucks coming and going non-stop. In the end, I just de-zoned the whole lot, and I waited for the population to get big enough so that I could install offices. The offices are quite cool because this area here, for instance, this is all offices, and you can see there's no traffic here at all. This is almost the opposite problem. You kind of wonder, where is all the traffic here? There's lots of parking spaces around all the offices, but there's no cars. So that's a bit weird. You would think there'd be more traffic parked around here. But I'm not complaining, because I know that if these were all factories, I don't think this city would be functioning, because it would be just absolutely packed with lorries coming and going. I have more offices over here, beside this the high interest tower. So here you can see it's the same thing. They're all offices, but just look at the amount of parking space. I mean, I guess it's the middle of the day. There's cars here, but they seem to be more interested in the shops. And although these places are all full, I mean, they've got people working in them. They're all maxed out with employees. But it's a bit odd, the amount of traffic. But like I said, I'm not complaining. So yeah, that's about it. It's a very addictive game when you get into it. What I'd like to do also is because what you can do in this game, which is really cool, is you can because of a mod somebody made, you can actually, I think it's called the Street View mod or something, you can actually go down to the street level. You can click on the vehicles and go for a drive around your own town. You can even click on the people if you want to have the view that they have. This also shows you just how busy things are when you're down at this level. What I like doing is going around the streets like this, or just you can just go in. Lost my audio. I'm having problems with the audio. Oops. Right. I didn't want to close that down. I just wanted to check the audio. Well, before I lose the audio completely, I'm gonna sign off for now, and I shall upload another video very soon. And I think the next video should be interesting because I think I'm about to lose control of this place completely. I can see traffic backed up. And I can see lots of problems arriving pretty soon, but we'll see what happens next time. Bye for now.